Hello everybody and welcome to Magic and Musings. My name is Candace and there's like a need to take 100 deep breaths today. We've just had the opening of Lionsgate Portal, which was yesterday, the 8th of the 8th of the 8th. And so leading up to that, there's been a lot of shifts in energy, lots of things happening under the surface, energetically speaking, intrinsically speaking, a lot of questions, a lot of opening, a lot of shifts in perspectives and beliefs. So, if you've been feeling this physically, it's just part of it. And, I'm definitely feeling it today. So I'm not sure why I'm even here doing this reading, but there was definitely a call to do such. So here I am doing this for you and me. I suppose there's something that needs to be. My God, I'm so Anyway, I'm taking deep breaths, I'm grounding myself. So yeah, if you're feeling out of sorts, out of whack, you're not the only one. I'm just letting you know you're not the only one feeling this way. I would say many people are experiencing this. Not everybody may realize it, so there may be a lot of confusion perhaps, and maybe anger, because Leo, it is Leo season, and Leo is a fiery sign, so there might be some fire expressed and yeah, lots of confusion and challenging points of view. So bear that in mind with what you're going through in life at the moment. And the only suggestion, I'm gonna pull some cards and just see what's at play, but what I'm feeling deeply to do for self is just be in presence. Just be present with whatever comes up, with whatever, because it's like a mind fuck of shit happening this month. So trains of thought a little bit wonky today, so please forgive me, but it's a good thing, trains of thought being wonky, because it's all mind anyway. But grounding, being present with whatever comes up. This is what was wanting to be said. It's Mercury retrograde, so things may pop up from the past, or old belief systems, or old thoughts, old patterns, old people. That might happen in this time. So self-care is required, self-care is needed. Yeah, anyway, let's get on to it. I'm waffling on because I'm in this very interesting state of frequency, energy, whatever you want to call it. So let's see. I was feeling last night to pull from the numerology deck, not sure why, but let's see what's going on. For anyone watching this video, whenever you're watching it, even if it's not around the Lionsgate Portal, there's a message in here for you. What's happening? What's going on? If you're feeling any of this stuff, any of this weirdness, let me know in the comments below. And when I say weird, I love the word weird. It reminds me of what the F is that movie called? Why can't I remember it right now? Anyway, it was, I want to say charmed, but it's not charmed. Or it might be. Oh, thank you. The Craft. It's called The Craft. And there's a scene where they go into like the bush and the forest, and they get off the bus, and the bus driver says to these women, "Oh, be careful of the weirdos." And Nancy is the character name, but the actor's name is Feruza Balk. She gets off the bus and she pulls down the glass and she goes, "We are the weirdos, mister." And I just love that. Music and change has just come up, which is interesting. I was just listening to a sound bowl meditation. I just love the sounds. It's been, so if music has been showing up for you lately, pay attention to that. Yeah, I've just been feeling this need to listen to more crystal bowls. There's certain frequencies that are explored during that process. So yeah, that might be something for yourself, or, you know, music during this time. Maybe music can help ground the energy, or just explore some music that feel good for you. No, that's a bit much, but let's have a look. Interesting. So we've got perseverance. We've got creativity. We've got parenting. And changes come up again. Let's draw one more. Just overall non-specific messages, just whatever wants to come out of the decks, I suppose. I don't know why I'm here. Just like reading, musing. That is a lot, peeps. That is a lot. But let's see what's come out. So, physical activity, walks, moving in the body, whichever way you feel to shift energy. So I guess I'm getting an overall, I've got personal growth here, number 7, pride, not sure what that's about, and manifestation. So we've got the number 8, and we've just spoken about Lionsgate portal on the 8th of the 8th. So so I feel like this is a period where there's a lot of change happening, right? There's a lot of personal growth happening, and manifestation. And for some people, it might be in regards to exploring the ways that you're currently parenting. Maybe there are shifts happening within your family dynamic. Perhaps you're feeling more challenged as a parent at this period, at this time right now. And I can, if that's you, let me know in the comments, because I can most certainly relate. My friend and I were having a chat about this earlier, and I definitely felt that yesterday, because usually the kids are at school, at daycare, whatever, and I'd like planned to spend the day in solitude for Lionsgate portal. I planned to rest because I was already tired pre Lionsgate. There was a sense of the energy shifting could be sensed in the body, feeling it energetically. And so yeah, solitude. I was gonna do sleep for a bit, have a little nappy nap, do some rituals, do some movement, like all of the things you see, get a little bit creative. And it didn't happen because my daughter had a sore tummy. But I think she was... It might have started out that way, but after that she was just like, no, I want to stay at home. And so that's what happened. And so that caused a little bit of frustration for me. Having, you know, trying to do something for myself, trying to go inwards, and not go inwards, but that's always part of the process. Always, you know, inquiring into self all the time and trying to be with self all the time. But yeah, it was just frustrating because I wanted to do something. I just wanted to rest, man. Plain and simple, just wanted to rest, and that didn't happen. So if that is part of your growth right now, I feel with you. I'm there with you. I feel for you. And the invitation. Oh, my nails look really interesting. Queen of distraction. Yeah, for a lot, there'll be just this need to rest and recoup. For others, you might need to just get out and move your body. So nervous system wise, some may need to down regulate. So grounding, meditation, being in stillness, rest. And then for some, there may need to be that upregulation, the physical exercise, the creativity even could be part of both processes, just depending on what that the modality of creativity is. So I'm not sure why pride is here. It's very, very interesting. Let's get some clarity on pride. But yeah, hang in there. Hang in there. Persevere with whatever it is that is, like whatever current flow you're in, and be with it. Be with that, because change is happening. We're feeling it. Like if you're feeling energetically drained, you're already sensing that change. It might just not be fully manifested yet, like what that looks like. So let's get some clarity on the pride. Always a little perplexed when that card comes out. That may actually be a specific, I don't know if that's a specific message for someone watching this. I don't know. Perhaps the change is so big, like the change is so dramatic, even the personal growth aspect, like you could be dropping, because I think for some it's going to be like a tower moment, like mic drop type of situation where it's going from one extreme to the next, and there's a certain amount of ego or pride involved, like you don't want to let go of the old, because there's some attachment there. But at the same time, this is really interesting, because there was this thought that occurred when I was in the shower before, and so many thoughts occur in the shower. Let me know in the comments if this happens to you. Like some people call it downloads, or I just call them thoughts because they're all just thoughts. But it's interesting when they sync up to things that actually manifest and things that show up. But there was this thought about resistance. There'll be a lot of resistance to this change, and this is why there's this conflict. That this is why some people are experiencing things in such a dramatic, traumatic way. So yeah, there may be a need to just release the reins a little bit on some belief systems. Let's get some clarity on pride. We've got the Two of Swords. Why is the Pride card here? What has pride got to do with this here situation? So we've got the pride. We've got the Two of Swords and the Knight of Cups. To clarify pride. So, yeah, as I was saying, there may be, like I said, avoiding change, avoiding wanting to make decisions about certain things regarding change, like Knight of Cups is the interesting one though, because it's speaking to like, okay, maybe we've had some news, some good news come in, or some sort of message that is surrounding a choice that needs to be made. And there is indecision about this choice because it involves personal growth, change, manifestation. For some, it could be in regards to a home situation, like this decision affects children, or it affects the way that you create. So perhaps, say for example, you were like in a work situation or a creativity, like whether you're an artist or whatever you're doing, maybe even a job situation where, you know, because creativity is not just about, it's not just about drawing, painting, pottery, you know, the usual things that we associate with creativity. It could be using your creative, excuse me, there could be a lot of release as well around this this time. Yeah, a lot of, you're letting go. There's a need to let go of a lot of beliefs around this. I'm trying to be really anyway. There's really a need to just be still. Just be yeah, it's just ground. It's a similar, it's really strange. It's a similar energy that I got in the Leo reading, like just this over itness. Just this bleh. So we need some physical activity to up-regulate, right? Move the body, get some music going, and we did have the music card come up before. Put on some music and just shake it out. So shaking is a somatic tool that you can do to shift the energy. Well, I kind of feel like I need that now because I'm just like, I want to go to sleep. Anyway, back to what we were saying before. So in the work situation, you could be doing a particular thing, you're really good at it, but there's an aspect of you that's questioning it. Like, am I doing this? Is this what I'm going to be doing forever? Type of thing. Or you've been given a new opportunity of some sort with a cup. You know, there's an opportunity at play, and it's like, well, but that means that I'll have to find new ways to do things, and that there might be attachments to the the whatever it is that you've been creating. Like you might be like, well, I don't want to not do this because this is something that I've always done. This is something that people might know me for. And to shift that is scary. I can totally relate to this also. It's like trying something new. I'm just not sure if I want to try something new, because you've got the blindfold on, and it's like, if I don't know what the outcome is going to be, then like I don't know if I can actually do this. Or I don't know if I even want to proceed with it, because I don't know what's coming. So there's this element of not leaning into the unknown. We've got that moon in the Two of Swords as well, which speaks of, what's beneath the surface. So some of you might not even be speaking to others about this. You might be keeping it to yourselves. Either the opportunities or the situations. It might be in regards to a situation. It might even be a love situation, because it's Knight of Cups. And there's indecision, because it either affects your work or it affects your home life in a way. Just checking that these earphones are not going to spaz out. Let's get one more. God. Then we get the Page of Pentacles in reverse. So it's it's like this. Why do these cards keep coming up? It's like speaking of a situation where something's coming in, but we're not sure. There's a little bit of, there's uncertainty about whether this is, let's use the concept of good and bad, because this is what's coming up in the Knight of Cups, Page of Pentacles. Like, I don't know if it's a good or bad decision. What's a good decision? What's a bad decision? It's like, no decision is good or bad. It's just a decision. And unless you lean into just being present with whatever, you're going to be stuck in this like cycle of meh. I'm just feeling meh. You're not going to do yourself any good by not trusting. Like, we've got the manifestation card here, so it's all gonna work out regardless. You just need to persevere, make the decision, and lean into trust. Got the blindfold on. Some would refer to it as like, well, just surrender. Just let it go. Just let God, source, universe, self take care of it. Like, enough with the doing. Just focus on presence. Focus on what's right in front of you. Focus on what you can do now, instead of focusing on the what ifs and the but, and yeah, I want to move away from that energy right now. Let's get an overall message of I have not used this deck in reading, so let's get a message about what we can do around this time to support if this is sounding like, you know, a new situation. This is a collective musing, right? So take whatever is resonating. Don't try to make every story fit. I've just seen divine masculine. So this might be... Why? I'm trying to stay away from, for some reason, away from the love stuff. And it doesn't have to be love. It could just be stepping into that divine masculine aspect of yourself, whether you are male or female or other. You know, that it's just an energy. It's an energy frequency of like taking action, but taking action from a space of knowing yourself, knowing who you are. And then we've got grounding. So we said that. We said about the grounding, needing to ground. So this might be a message for a divine masculine, or the aspect of masculinity, divine masculinity in you. Let's get a message for whoever's watching this or the situation. What can we do to support ourselves during this time, particularly during the Lionsgate portal? You see my light flickering. I am trying to do something with the lights here, just playing around with different things. What message? What do we need to know? What else be seen during this time? Really? Okay. And bottom of the deck, we've got alignment. So, grounding is necessary. I don't really want to read through the book because it's a whole bunch of stuff, but do I even have the book up here is the question. Oh, yeah, let's have a look. We'll just have a quick look-see look. I'll just have a squivvy through it. Okay, this is all that we need to know. Anchor into the earth and always feel at home. Circumstances have affected your energy. You may be feeling disconnected, scattered, or overwhelmed. You may be bumping into things or forgetting if you've locked the door. Turn the iron off when you left home. Stop whatever you're doing and breathe. Let yourself be here. We're talking about presence. Call your dispersed energy back to your heart. Imagine any umbrellas. But I want to talk about that because at the end of the day, it's all about presence. So, whatever you do that puts you in that state of alignment where you feel or sense there's something about vibration. So, but also like calmness. You know, the being still. So for different people, it's going to look differently. You may do some creative projects to ground. You may do some physical activity, say for example, yoga, yin yoga. Perfect. Brilliant for down regulation. You know, you may do some meditation around this time, or just literally rest, just sleep. I feel like I feel like there needs to be an extra message for you if you're a parent. I'm just gonna say it, I'm gonna put it out there. Because not only are you aware of yourself, your healing, your personal growth, your shifting, your changing, you are also minding those things that are occurring for you. You're minding them and witnessing in your kids. And they don't understand, I guess, for the most part, just as much as we don't understand. So have grace with yourself during this period, because imagine if, like, we're going through these shifts, right? We're going through these changes, and we can, for a lot of us, we can feel it physically we can feel it physically, or we can sense it. And to some degree, most of us know what's happening. Like, I feel like if you're watching this, you already know, you sense the shift, and you like mentally can understand what's going on to some degree, right? Or you have a perception of what's going on. Kids, most of them, like, especially if they're really little, they don't know what the fuck is going on. They will just, and kids are very, very, very present. Oh, okay, there's something about presence here. Well, there's always something about presence, but I'm just saying, maybe witness your kids when they're being themselves, when they're being when they're being creative, when they are being, like exploring physical activity. Just watch them and see how they interact with each other, with themselves, with the environment. I know I was getting a bit off track there, but there's something about that there for someone. It's just like, witness how they express joy. Witness how they explore joy. Because kids are super simple creatures. They might seem complex, but they're actually super simple, because they will express themselves in real time. If they don't like something, they will tell you. If something upsets them, they will let you know. They might not let you know in the way that you understand, but they will let you know for damn sure. So this is something that was learned, during my somatic training, is that kids are probably the most present creatures on this planet. And then we come in with all our labels and all our control mechanisms and try to, dim their light. But they can teach us so much. And there is that Page of Pentacles there. So there is something about, there's definitely a message for parents here about being with your kids, being present, I don't know why that message is there. I don't know if it's because I'm personally experiencing this, and some people I know as well who are going through this, navigating through this portal, trying to do, I say trying lightly, I mean like doing the things for themselves, like resting, wanting to rest, but then there's that reality of, well, when I want to rest, I can't because my kids are jumping up and down on me or rah-de-da. And there's just a need to lean into that. It's just a need to lean into what you can learn from that situation. This is a very all over the place, all over the place kind of reading here. Let's, as in this a little, because it's collective, there's a little bit of something for different people. So let's see if we can pull something for the parents of this collective who are reading this or watching this right now. Any more support or guidance for the parents? What is going on? We just received alignment again. All right. Let's have a see what the book says about this alignment card. Seeing as grounding and alignment came out twice at 2 different times. So let's have a look. And this looks like the sword of truth. Like it looks like the sword. What an odd word. Sword. Okay. So, a sword in the tarot is like air energy, right? So this could be in regards to, mental state of mind right now. Let's have a look. Let's have a quick look what it says. Or a covenant of mind, body, and spirit. Your soul is your biggest fan. It knows the truth of you and loves you unconditionally. Well, I'm not going to read all that because it's speaking of separation here. As in duality. But it's speaking to focusing on, oh my gosh, it is actually saying here, do this by meditating, focusing on, I'm not going to say that, enjoying something you love or having a nap. So essentially, just leaning into things that you enjoy doing to bring you into that space of, well, there's a reason the alignment and grounding has come out together, right? So bringing you to a place of doing the things, following the pull to do things that bring in that calmness, that grounding. Whether it's something as simple as like taking some deep breaths, doing some somatic practice, just leaning into what makes you feel good. You know, we had the music card come up before, so maybe listening to some music that make you feel good. Maybe even listening to music that your kids love, and you can just have a jolly old, you feel me? My parent friends out there who have to listen to their kids' ridiculous TV shows. Like I'm personally feeling quite scattered, so this is why I'm taking lots of deep breaths. But, you know, there was a pull to do this, so I'm here. But obviously there's a need for us all to do some grounding. Or whoever's watching this anyway. What was wanting to be said before? Oh, listen to the music that you listened to when you were a child. Do the things that you did when you were a child even. So there's the two aspects. It could be yourself as a parent, or following the things that brought you joy when you were a kid, because we've got that Page of Pentacles there. And you know, when you're in that space of alignment and you're grounded and you just trust, you will bring in that manifestation, whatever that looks like. And just also remembering that sometimes we think, sometimes we try to manifest things, places, people, what wants to be said here. Sometimes we want to manifest things and it doesn't happen the way that we want it to, or the things that we wanted don't manifest. There's a need to understand that everything that is for you will always be for you. So, or sometimes you'll want something, you'll manifest it and it doesn't last. And all that means is it wasn't for you, or there was something that needed to be learned on that path, on that journey. Nothing happens without there being a reason. I don't know why I wanted to go down that path. What other things can we speak about in regards to this? Let's do the soul journey, seeing as the alignment was talking about soul. If you're watching this and you're like, this chick is so confusing, brah, I'm with you. I am right there with you. I'm like, what is going on right now? This is... Oh my goodness. I need to go into a corner. I am in a corner, but I need to go in a corner and just... Man, if you're feeling this with me, please let me know in the comments. It's just... But you know what? That's also okay. It is also okay to feel all kinds of things and not be able to explain it. Just, I said this in the Leo reading, I think. Was it the Leo? Yeah. It's happening for you, not to you. But I just saw health and denial, so there might be a message about someone denying some health issues. Take it as it resonates. It might not resonate for you. That might be something specific for somebody. What else needs to be seen during this time? Understood. Work through. Lines, portal, landscape portal. 888. Do I have a flipper there? Oh. Tell me more about this discipline. And just got perseverance at the bottom of the deck, and that's already come up. So whatever it is that you're working through, before I even look at the other cards right now, just hang in there. Hang in there, especially if you're feeling So we've got blame and discipline. I'm not sure what that's about. You may be blaming yourself for something right now. Let's get some clarity on that, because that might be a specific message for somebody. See? Tell me more about this. Ugh, that was a bit yucky, the way that came out. Tell me more about this blame and discipline. We've got that again. We've got King of Cups in reverse, and it's again speaking about this immature energy. There was denial before, so, and this pride. So maybe, yeah, really, there's someone really struggling to accept something. Bottom of the deck, we've got the, what is this? Five of Pentacles, which is speaking of like attachment to money. So, and I spoke about attachments before when it was about the Pride card. So this might be for the same characters. You know, some discipline is required. You might be blaming yourself about your financial situation. And yeah, you've become a little bit withdrawn. But again, number 5, change is coming up. There is change around this. We've got Queen of Wands and the 8 of Swords. 8 of Swords in reverse. So this is speaking of like you're coming into the Queen of Swords. You're coming into this energy, or Queen of Wands, this energy of determination. Like this, it's like it's speaking to things that are things that need to be released with the 8 of Swords in reverse, and it's a number 8 card. So it's like we're going from a 5 change to an 8 manifesting. So whatever this is that you're dealing with, if you just continue to persevere and trust, surrender, come into alignment with what it is that you either want to manifest, or I guess like staying focused, grounding, especially with the current energies at play, then change will happen. There's definitely a lot of personal growth happening for the collective. It might not always look pretty. You might, I'm just going to flip this over. You might be unbinding from that self-inflicted restraint. with the Pride card here. Yeah, I feel like you're coming out of the other end as the Queen of Wands. Determined, courageous, standing on your ground. Let's get some animal kin messages. I love these cards, and I don't, yeah, anyway, let's not get off track. Like, this scattered energy is just next fucking level, my friends. Next fucking level. That's fucking for the non-South Africans, or I guess some Welsh or English say fucking as well. People. We are the weirdos, mister. Alright, here we go. Any messages? Anything else that wants to be shared about anything going on in the Lions portal now that it is well and truly open? Ready for manifestation, ready for change. What do our friends need to know? Explore, be with. Bottom of the deck, owl, intuition. So I will say also, you do use your discernment with whatever you see here. As I said before, it's a collective musing. Not everyone is going to resonate with every single message, but yeah, needs to be said. All right, we're not wanting to share out of here, but the message of intuition was very present. So trusting yourself, holding that being with yourself. And if there are any songs that want to be chilled, come through for our friends. We are open to receiving. So, I don't know why we keep coming back to this Capricorn and Aquarius readings. So we've got spiritual truth. Oh, what's that one? Spiritual truth. Childlike play. So we were just saying about exploring the things that you used to do as a child to bring you into a space of alignment and grounding. We've got inspire yourself, passion to thrive. So finding the things that ignite that passion in you. And we have you are stardust. This came out in the Aquarius reading as well as the Capricorn reading. Projecting oneself. So let's have a read of that. Projecting oneself, because it's obviously not projecting yourself onto others, projecting your ideas onto others. No. It says the qualities you most notice in others, positive and negative, and are often what you see in yourself. If someone's behavior is bringing up inattention, this is an excellent time to see how you might be attempting to ignore your own thoughts or behaviors. Understand that at times this has nothing to do with the other person. You might be projecting your ideas and beliefs onto them. Take responsibility for your part in how you view and react to others, and try to bring more positive awareness to the table. The affirmation is, I see myself as a mirror for what I want to see in the world. What I create within, I manifest outside of me. So I'm glad that's what it said, because I was wondering where that was going to go. So projecting yourself is basically speaking to going within. Oh, sorry, it says oneself. Interesting choice of words there. Projecting oneself. So during this time, there might be things that stir up some, because we're in Mercury retrograde, there may be old patterns, conditioning, people that come back into your life, and or there may be situations that like re-emerge, but in a different way. So it's like you may have dealt with it before, but it's come back again for some reason. Well, Mercury retrograde. And so it's speaking to like just being aware of the things that are triggering you, because it's usually a sign that something within, and some people may get a little bit fiery at me for saying this, but take it as you will. Usually when something triggers you about someone, there is an aspect of yourself that needs to be inquired into. I'm not saying that that completely diminishes or disintegrates the behavior of someone else, but it's an opportunity for us to reflect on the ways that we've been expressing that behavior, if that makes sense. So that's a bit interesting. Let me know in the comments if any of this is making sense to you, because I'm like, I don't know. Anyway, let's do a couple more cards and then I'll leave it there. Maybe see if I can get a quick nap before I have to pick the kids up. Probably not. Not taking any advice. What's new? Okay. What messages can we leave our beautiful friends with about this Lionsgate portal energy that we are dealing with right now? Damn, bitch. What? Any messages for my friends? No. Green Tara at the bottom of the deck. Supreme protection. She's got a little third eye open there. You are protected. Cords are being cut. Move beyond limitation. Trust. We did speak of trust before. Interesting. Yeah. So for some, there may be, and we did get the intuition card in the animal kin deck. So for some, you know, your intuition will be heightened, and that is why you may be feeling all sorts of weird, like, how does this want to be said? Like you may feel like a lot is coming at you in throat. You may be feeling like there's a lot of, let's call it information being thrown at you, and it might be confusing. It might feel it might feel quite overwhelming. And so, yeah, there's definitely a need to make sure that you are grounding and taking care of yourself. We did have the health and denial come through. Yeah. Take it one day at a time was heard. Yeah. I mean, at the core of it, like, you already know what you need to do to take care of yourself. Whether you do that, whether you actually execute those thoughts, or I won't say thoughts, well, they're all thoughts, but whether you execute that knowing from, like, say, example, how I'm feeling right now, oh, I just need to rest. Like, actually doing that is another story. So you might already intuitively know what is required, but actually doing it, because you're not wanting to, there's some attachment towards change, not attachment towards change. What was that said? Attachment towards change. Interesting. So there may be some of you who are so hell-bent on changing your situation because it's like you have something to prove. You might be so hell-bent on changing it that you are going against the flow. You are going against the flow. And then in turn getting frustrated because it's not happening within your own time. So there's just a need to pull back and surrender, ground yourself, and just trust that it's all going to be okay. Once you start taking mind out of the equation, it's just a fascinating process of, like, what was I so stressed about? There's a simple solution that you have at your fingertips. But the mind is a very sneaky son of a bitch. And it will make you it can create a lot of ideas that may not be conducive to being in alignment. So, with that said, my friends, I'm going to go and rest. I don't know if you got anything out of this, because the energy was scattered as hell. There was definitely a pull to draw some cards and to speak on a few things. But we'll see. Let me know in the comments if any of this resonated. Please feel free to like, share, and subscribe if that resonates with you. Other than that, have a wonderful weekend. I will try and do another check-in in a couple of days just to see how everyone's going. Maybe things have calmed down by then. Doubt it. Highly doubt it, because it is like boom. And I personally may feel all over the place, considering there's a blue moon in my sign this month. So, you know, who knows what happens, but I'll just keep showing up in the way that I can, and yeah, we'll just go with the flow. Trusting, surrendering and trusting. Okay, I'm out. Bye for now. Take care, and I'll catch you in the next video.